guys, welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. Today is going to be the nostalgic school pudding number 4. And this one is the chocolate sponge with pink custard. I am going to tell you all something about the pink custard soon. So if you don't want your delusions of this beautiful pink custard you used to have at school shattered, then turn away. Turn away, don't watch. Because I'm going to tell you all about the pink custard from school. If you can actually call it that. So, for this, I weighed out 4 eggs. See, my eggs are not very big. Normally, if there was large eggs, I would use 3. So, I've weighed out 4. And the weight of these eggs was 210 grams. So, I've followed the eggs. And I can show you here, make sure you can see. I'll turn the screen round so I can see. There. So my 4 eggs was 210 grams. So my self-raising flour, the same. Cocoa was 25 grams. Milk, 35 mils. Butter, 210 grams. And caster sugar, 210 grams. So the other bits are all the same weight as the eggs. Obviously the cocoa's not going to be, because that would just be too intense. And the milk would be too much. So that's there. If anybody wants to quickly screenshot or whatever. There you go. Go by the weight of your eggs. If you've got large or extra large, just use 3. And go by the weight of that for the rest of the ingredients. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is butter, is what we always do, and sugar, and we cream them. Before I cream them, I want you to preheat your oven, because this is not going to take long in the mixer. Preheat your oven to 180C, 160 fan, or 350F, gas mark 4. What you're going to need is an 8-inch square tin, a deep 8-inch square tin. All I've done was sprayed the tin, screwed up my grease proof like I always do, and then shoved it in. That's a technical term, by the way. I shoved it in. So that's what you're going to need to do. So make sure your oven's preheating for it ready to go into the oven, because this doesn't take too long. So let's get to the creaming. We're going to cream this until it's pale and fluffy. Let me move it another way so I can see. That's it. So we're going to scrape it down. It again, and then what you're going to see me doing is adding my eggs one at a time. I'm going to crack them all into this bowl, because if I crack them into that while it's going, there's no way I am getting any eggshell out of there. So I'll crack them into there now to make sure they're good eggs. So what I'm going to do is turn the mixer back on. Give it another minute to fluff up the butter and sugar. Then I'm going to add 1 egg at a time, followed by a tablespoon of flour to stop it curdling. See, I can't even get the shell off this one in one piece. I'm going to set this off again, then you're going to see me adding in the eggs and a bit of flour. So we'll give this a scrape down now. You can probably see if I tap this flour will drop down. And look, this is where we scrape the bowl. We'll give this a whiz again. Then I'm going to add the rest of the flour and the cocoa. I'm going to put the cocoa in with the flour, just mix it up. And I'm just going to alternate it with a little bit of milk. I'm going to whiz this up now to make sure it's fully combined. Now I'm going to add what's left, which is the flour and just this milk, but you don't want to overmix now. So I'll add some flour in. I'll add some milk. Let them combine. Right. The rest of the flour and cocoa. The rest of the milk. You just want long enough for them to combine. Get rid of that. You can see it's not fully combined, it's got flour around the sides, but I don't want to over mix it, so I'm just going to go in with the spatula because I would have scraped it down anyway, so that avoids any over mixing then by the mixer. Move the old girl over there. So this is what you should have now. Just give it a stir, make sure you're not missing any lumps. And all you're going to do with this is pop it into your 8-inch square tin. This one's deep. And just level it off. Once you've levelled it off, give it a good couple of taps on a solid worktop to get any air bubbles out. Let me just zoom you out a bit now. That's in, sorry. Me and this camera. Right. So, all I'm going to do that's that. Again, it's not a very hard pudding to make, which is what the dinner ladies at school would have needed, especially to make en masse. I mean, if they make this every day, they're going to whip this batter up within a couple of minutes. And at huge quantities, I would assume. So, I'm just going to bang it on this worktop. And I'm going to pop it into the oven. Ooh, dear. And I'm going to spoil your memories about pink custard. Actually, this wants to be in the oven for 40 to 50 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 40 minutes. Because all ovens are different. If you get a time like that, between 40 and 50 minutes, I would always set it for the first time. Like I say, they're all different. Same as any other cake, stick a skewer in it, or see if it springs back in the middle and you know it's done. And allow it to cool for 10 minutes before turning it out onto a wire rack. Right. Pink custard. Wasn't pink custard. A lot of you might already know that, but I didn't, so I was quite surprised. I can't stand what it was actually made of, so I wish I didn't know. But I'm telling you because I can't find any to make it. So, the pink custard that went with this pudding at school wasn't custard, it was pink blancmange. Hot pink blancmange that I hadn't set yet. You can look it up for yourselves, that's what it was. I mean, custard is a yellowy colour. If you add pink to a yellowy colour, you don't get pink custard. So yeah, that's what they used. I hunted for some pink blancmange for this recipe and I couldn't find any. So I am going to cheat. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to use, because for you to make the actual recipe you'll need to get the blancmange, or just have it with normal custard. I mean, really, at the end of the day it was chocolate sponge and custard, wasn't it? So, but that's what it was. It was pink blancmange that was warm and not set. I mean, blancmange is disgusting. And we all ate it as kids thinking it was custard. Well, it wasn't one of my favourite puddings, but yeah, so that's what it was. And I can't find any, guys, so I am going to improvise. I will give you a chocolate sponge with pink custard. And you'll see that at the end. But yeah, that's what it was. So if you want to make it the authentic way, then you will need to get some pink blancmange if you can find it. I couldn't find any anywhere. But then again, I live in the boonies, so yeah. So yeah, I will show you this cake when it comes out, how it's supposed to look, and then I will make my pink custard and dish some up and show you that old school pudding of chocolate sponge and pink custard that we all used to love. Okay, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Right guys, so it's out of the oven. It's still nice and warm. So I'll cut some off. Ooh, yeah. That's what we're after. Look at that. Beautiful. Lovely and soft. And I did say about the pink custard. So I am cheating. Bloody dryer, I tell you. Just when you think it's off. I am cheating. It's already setting. Just 1 second. Just a second, guys. Just for the sake of the fact that it is meant to be the pink custard. There. It is not pink custard. It's not blancmange. All I've done is whip up some Angel Delight because it's pink, just so I can stick it on there basically. But that's school nostalgia chocolate pudding with the pink custard. And that's recipe number 4. One left to go, which is the steamed treacle sponge. So there you have it, guys. The old chocolate pudding. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Bye.